So if I'm the kind of head teacher who's got, 20 things that I want to work on, but I want to prioritise in the way that you do I just bring 3 to a senior leadership team meeting and then have another 10 that I just devolve out to my senior leaders without the meeting, and I'm just in those conversations with them?
I'd question why you've got 20 things you need to work on, actually. And are they more operational things? So 20 things you need to work in. I need to get a letter out to parents. I wouldn't classify that as a strategic. It doesn't need to go to a strategic level meeting, does it? If you've got 20 things you need to work on, are you doing them in enough depth to ensure that actually what you've got in the school is really good, right? So, if I if I looked at our school development plan and what did I need to do, my overriding focus was 2 things, Ron. One thing was ensure the assessment system that we've been working on for the last year is embedded, staff fully trained, and it's being used the best way possible. That was the first thing. And the new national curriculum, ensure that we look at our curriculum, make the changes necessary, get our levelling right, and again, put that into the system. Those were the 2 overriding things that I had last year. Sorry, I did have one other thing, which was about professional conducts, behaviour conduct targets. We've introduced those, and that was getting all our staff to behave, to conduct themselves in professional manner, so that that learning was going on at all times, the staff were learning and so on, and that it was conducive to learning. So we introduced that into the performance management system, and that's the reason why we were having, learning about having difficult conversations. I'm not talking about, people weren't totally unprofessional or anything like that. It's just the little things, so staff, some staff, you get some staff who you may consider to be blockers to change, so they can be very sharp with people at times, and it may be, unfortunately, it may be something that's going on in their personal life, which means that if somebody asks them to do something, they might get a bit sharp and so on, and it stops people asking them to do something, and therefore we're not making the best use of our staff. But we needed to tackle those things. I've got 150 TAs, I've got another, 25 teachers and so on. We needed to learn how to tackle those things. But I'd say the assessment, the curriculum, and those professional conduct targets were our 3 focus areas. And so everything we were doing was around that, by and large. Yes, we did have lots of other things coming in, so we had the educational health and care plans, but my head of sixth form and transition dealt with that fantastically. It didn't really need to impinge on what we were doing as a main senior leadership body. So you have to really, I think, narrow down the focus to what is absolutely your priorities. If you've got lots of other little priorities, they will get in the way. So you've given to other staff.
Yeah.
Go away and work out with your teams how to do it. But it didn't need to impact on the whole school.